The sun rises slowly over a quiet rural village in the Philippines. Small wooden houses line dusty paths. Roosters crow. Children walk barefoot to fetch water. This is not a place of luxury or opportunity. This is a place where survival comes before dreams. And in one of those modest homes lived a young boy whose world was defined by poverty, hunger, and hope. His name didn't matter to the world yet. He was just another village boy. He woke up every morning to help his family. Some days he fished. Some days he worked odd jobs. Some days there was food. Some days there wasn't. Electricity was a luxury. School was inconsistent. But one thing never left him. His voice. At night, when the village fell silent, he would sing. Softly at first. Then louder. Songs he heard on the radio of a neighbor. Old ballads. Emotional melodies. He didn't understand English well, but he understood feeling. Music became his escape. While others slept, he dreamed. His parents never imagined America. They never imagined a stage, lights, judges, or millions watching. All they knew was their son sang with a heart that felt too big for their small home. Sometimes neighbors would stop outside just to listen. Some cried. Some smiled. Some shook their heads in disbelief. Years passed. Life stayed hard. But fate was listening. One day, a video of the boy singing at a local event was shared online. The sound was raw. The quality poor. But the emotion was undeniable. That video traveled farther than anyone expected. Farther than the village. Farther than the island. All the way across the ocean. An invitation arrived. America's Got Talent. The boy didn't understand what it meant at first. A plane ride. A hotel. A massive stage. His parents were terrified. They had never left their province, let alone the country. But they knew this was something bigger than fear. Bigger than them. The day of the audition arrived. Backstage, the boy stood quietly. Cameras everywhere. Other contestants warming up. He wore a simple outfit. Nothing flashy. Nothing expensive. Just himself. His hands shook. Not from fear of singing, but from the weight of carrying his entire life onto that stage. Then his name was called. He walked out slowly. The lights were blinding. The audience buzzed. 4 judges sat in front of him. Simon Cowell leaned back in his chair, expression neutral, arms crossed. He had seen thousands of singers. Dreams rise. Dreams fall. He wasn't easily impressed anymore. The host asked a simple question. Where are you from? The boy answered softly. A small village in the Philippines. What's your story? He paused. Took a breath. Then spoke about poverty. About helping his family. About singing to forget hunger. About dreaming of a better life for his parents. The room grew quiet. Simon leaned forward slightly. What will you sing today? The boy swallowed and answered with a song that meant everything to him. A song about pain. About hope. About holding on when nothing is certain. The music began. At first, his voice was gentle. Almost fragile. Some people leaned in. Others weren't sure what to expect. Simon glanced down at his notes. Then something changed. The boy opened his mouth wider. The emotion poured out. His voice grew powerful, rich, heartbreaking. It didn't sound trained. It sounded lived. Every note carried years of struggle. Every lyric felt real. The audience froze. Simon looked up. The boy hit a note so pure, so full of pain, that the entire theater reacted at once. Gasps. Hands over mouths. Tears forming. Simon Cowell's face changed. The man known for criticism, sarcasm, and cold honesty suddenly wasn't speaking. His eyes locked onto the stage. His jaw tightened. His eyes glistened. Stage and share such deep emotions with the world. She thanks him for his service, not just to his country, but to everyone who needed to hear that song tonight. Heidi follows, her voice shaking. She says that the performance touched her soul. She felt the love, the pain, and the hope in his voice, and she believes that the world needs more people like him, people who use kindness and art to heal. Howie takes a deep breath before speaking. He says that this was not just an audition, it was a gift. A gift to the judges, the audience, and millions watching at home. He tells the soldier that he turned his pain into beauty, and that is something truly special. Then something unexpected happens. Simon walks around the desk and heads toward the stage. The audience gasps. The other judges follow. One by one, they approach the soldier. Simon reaches him first and gives him a hug. A real, genuine hug. Sophia hugs him tightly. Heidi and Howie join in. The Filipino Army man stands there, surrounded by the judges, tears finally streaming down his face. The crowd cheers even louder, witnessing a moment that will be remembered for years. The host joins them on stage, clearly emotional as well. The soldier tries to speak but struggles to find words. He finally manages to thank the judges, the audience, and his family back home. He says that he never imagined this moment, that he only wanted to sing from his heart. He dedicates this moment to every soldier who feels forgotten and every dreamer who feels afraid to dream. Simon turns back to the audience and says that this is what AGT is all about. Not perfection, not fame, but real people with real stories sharing something meaningful. He then announces that the soldier is going through to the next round, but by the reaction of the crowd, everyone already knew that. As the soldier walks off the stage, still shaking, the camera captures audience members wiping tears, judges smiling warmly, and a sense of unity filling the room. She sings for those who were silenced by war. This is more than a performance. This is a reminder that even in the darkest times, beauty can survive. Even when everything is taken away, the human spirit can still rise. And sometimes, it takes an 8-year-old girl with a song to make the whole world stop and listen. The host smiles warmly and asks her name. She answers softly, her voice barely rising above the microphone. When asked how old she is, she says 8, and the audience responds with gentle applause. She gives a shy smile, but it fades quickly. There is something heavy resting on her small shoulders. Then comes the question that changes everything. The host asks her why she chose to come to America's Got Talent. The girl takes a deep breath. She pauses. For a moment, it feels like she might not speak at all. Then she begins. She talks about her home in the Philippines. She describes it in simple words, but vivid enough to paint a picture. A small village. Green trees. Children playing outside. Her mother cooking while singing. Her father laughing, carrying her on his back. She says her life was happy. Not rich, but full of love. Then her voice trembles. She talks about the war. She doesn't explain it like an adult would. She explains it like a child who lived through it. Loud explosions at night. Smoke in the air. People screaming and running. She says she was always scared, but her mother would sing to calm her down. Singing made the fear go away, even if only for a little while. One night, she says, the fear did not go away. That night, everything was taken from her. Her home was destroyed. Her school was gone. Her neighbors disappeared. And then, with tears rolling down her cheeks, she says her parents never came back.